Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you all how I created this Spider-Man mask from Spider-Man 2. After completely playing through Spider-Man 2, I knew that I wanted his mask, so I immediately jumped on the ball and started to create it. The first thing I did was went over to Etsy and found KA Cosplay Tech's page and his Advanced Suit version 2 helmet, and this file is flawless. It has to be 100% game accurate because it's perfect. Once I downloaded it, I threw it into Kira and sliced it. I put it upside down with supports and then just put a blocker on the top because it doesn't really need it, and sliced it this way. And I put the iframes upright like this because it was easier to print off. These are them coming off the bed, and this is the entire helmet. Once I took it off and cleaned up some of the supports, there was a lot of stringing on it, so I took my heat gun to it, which helps sort of dissolve the stringing and help clean it up. So originally I wanted to print this in red and finish it just without having to paint it, but because the color reds that I used were different and I ran out of filament, I decided to just airbrush the entire thing one solid color. And this color that I used to airbrush it actually looks more accurate to the game than I was trying to get with just the plastic. So it's kind of a blessing in disguise that the reds didn't match, because I ended up airbrushing it and it looks a lot more accurate to the game. As you can see, the part on the left looks a lot better than the part on the right and looks more pinkish, kind of like it does in the game. This is the airbrush paint that I used. I'll put a link to the compressor, airbrush, and colors that I used. I just did one light even coat across the entire helmet just to cover all the red, and then I let it sit for about an hour to dry. Afterwards, it was time to start doing the webbing, and I couldn't decide between a paint pen and a Sharpie, so I tried using the paint pen at first, but it wasn't really precise and was starting to blend through the other paint. So I started to use the Sharpie, and the point just fit into the groove perfectly and made this a lot easier, and it came out a lot better. Once I was done tracing all the lines, it was definitely starting to show how this was going to come out, and it looked amazing so far. After that, it was time to set up the eyes. Now, the mesh that I had printed that comes with the files is meant for cosplaying, so it's kind of see-through, but I didn't really like the way it looked, and I plan to use this more as just a decoration. So I cut out some raft material in the shape of the eye and used that instead. And to me, it looked a lot better. Instead of gluing it or trying to weld it together, I decided to use a 3D pen and weld them together. It's a lot safer and cleaner, and there's no drying time, and you don't have to worry about melting other plastics and stuff. After that, I tried to hot glue the frame onto the mask, and that did not work at all. Trying to glue plastics together with hot glue doesn't even do anything. It's very temporary. So I grabbed my 3D pen again and welded the eyes to the mask. This isn't the prettiest job in the world, but I didn't really care because it's just going to be a display piece. But if you were going to be using this for cosplay, this is another way of doing it as well if you just want the eyes to stay on there at all times. There are magnet slots all over the helmet that you can use to take it off and put it back on and change the lenses, but I wasn't going to do that. But if you do want to do that, it's simple. After that, I just welded the entire mask together because I don't plan on wearing it. It's going to be a decoration. And that's pretty much it. I know this is a short video and it was a pretty quick tutorial, but the whole thing was quick. I did this in like 2 days, maybe 3 days with counting the printing time and all that. But yeah, there are a couple small nicks and dings in it that make me want to make this a battle damaged version. If you guys would like to see this battle damage, let me know and I'll try to make it game accurate. Thank you all for watching this video. Leave a comment down below what you guys would like to see me make next, and I'll see you all in the next video.